Yeah, 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 yeah. Spider-Man Homecoming is directed by John Watts and stars Tom Holland, Robert Downey Jr. is of course the story of Spider-Man, and this tells the story of him just after Captain America's Civil War, and it's really a story about him trying to join the Avengers, trying to impress Iron Man, but also it's him in high school trying to keep his life in perfect balance between the two. I'll be honest with you guys, it's about time we had a half-decent Spider-Man movie, but I do like the Sam Raimi trilogy, yes, I even like Emo Peter, sue me. But if you happen to know, not those two. I'd even say this one is better than the Sam Raimi trilogy. I love Tom Holland's portrayal of Spider-Man. He's got so much more personality than Maguire, and of course the Andrew Garfield versions of Spider-Man. You can really feel his desperation trying to impress Iron Man, but he really doesn't want to leave his hometown either. He's got this real conflict in his character, and he's a really down-to-earth kind of guy. Yes, we touch upon his high school life a little bit in the other movies, but in this it's a huge integral part of the film, to the point where I really don't think that he is actually Spider-Man nearly as much as he is Peter in this movie. I like that he has to deal with, yes, his superhero problems, having to deal with bad guys, but he's a kid. He has kid problems too, and I really like that down-to-earth detail. I really appreciate it. Now, as for the story in this movie, I wouldn't say it's an Oscar winner. You've seen it from the trailers. Vulture tries to get some Avengers gear from previous fights. Spider-Man then finds out about it. He tries to stop the Vulture. You've seen it before, in different iterations in other movies, but I'm going to bring it back to Tom Holland's portrayal of Spider-Man here. He's so well grounded. He's a kid who doesn't really know the full potential of his abilities yet, that it really gives this new sense to him. You know, you've seen in previous Marvel movies that they sort of get Mjolnir, or Doctor Strange becomes Doctor Strange, and they become instantly good at what they do. But there's that grounded element to Peter Parker that there's that real sense of realism, and I really appreciate it. It almost reminded me of the movies, the Kick-Ass movies. Yeah, he's trying to be a superhero regardless of the powers here, but there's that sense of realism, the real sense of danger, that he doesn't really know what he's doing, and I really, really like that. It really gives you this sense that maybe Spider-Man isn't going to be okay, you know? I really, really like that down-to-earth, grounded touch to this movie. Now let's talk about our main villain, played by the Michael Keaton, the Vulture. Now, I don't know how you guys feel about what I'm about to say. Yes, I love my Marvel movies. I have all of the ones so far that have been majorly released, but they do have a real struggle with their villains. They are brilliant at setting up their main characters and their main superheroes, but other than Loki, they've been pretty hit and miss. Now, of course, you probably know what I'm going to say right now. Keaton blows it away, man. He's obviously famous for playing Batman, and he's not going to be as good as that, clearly, but this is finally a decent villain for the MCU to keep hold of. Keaton is so intense, and his reasoning for his villainy is not so cliche. It feels like there's a real reason behind it. I'm obviously not going to give anything away here, but it's so, as I keep talking about this grounded element to the movie, he's got real reason and purpose behind it. It's not just, I want to take over the world. It's more than that. He's got a reason, he's got a family, he's got things to protect. And he just, you can see the anger and the frustration of the reasons. I obviously cannot give them away for you here. If you've seen the movie, you know what I mean. But it's so well done, and it's so well acted by the brilliant Michael Keaton. Now, I've obviously said a lot of good stuff about this movie, but there is one major gripe that got me, and it may have looked funny in the trailers, but it's the character of Ned, Peter Parker's best friend. It really wound me up. For some reason, every time that Peter Parker would tell him to stop talking about something, it immediately meant for a cheap laugh he would start sprouting out things about Spider-Man and trying to keep it secret and trying to give things away just to get girls and things, and he wears this stupid hat to give him confidence and stuff. Really wound me. You didn't need him in it. It was just stupid and just not needed. It's no need for Ned whatsoever. He was supposed to be there for cheap laughs, I think, as well, to give a bit more of a comedy element, which, I'm sorry, Tom Holland could have done on his own. He was so good at it anyway. You didn't need this Ned character to try and help Spider-Man be funny. He's always had the same sort of wit as Deadpool, I think, and you don't need someone else to sort of help you do that. Deadpool never had it, so why does Spider-Man need it? He's always had a bit of a mouth. Leave him to do it. Don't get the stupid Ned guy to do it. Sorry, there's a bit of a rant there, but you didn't need him. Go away! That all being said, guys, I really did enjoy this movie. It is the best Spider-Man movie, I would say, to date, with great visuals. Spider-Man is quippy, he's funny, and he doesn't have to go all emo to get me to like him this time, so that's always good. It was a great performance from Tom Holland, and of course an extremely comfortable, extremely slick and streamlined by the man, RDJ, Robert Downey Jr. is, of course, do I have to tell you who he is? Iron Man in this movie. And for all these reasons, guys, I'm going to give this movie a 4 out of 5. I was looking into it, going into it, you know, going, maybe it was going to be a 5 out of 5, but the whole Ned thing really put me off, so it's a 4 this time, guys. I really do recommend you go and see it, because he's actually, as I said before, the first decent Spider-Man movie we've had since, I'd probably say, the first Spider-Man movie back in 2001. I really do recommend it. Thank you guys so much for watching, as always. Now, if you have seen the movie, please let me know. What did you think about it? Did you hate it? Did you love it? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? I'd love to know what you guys thought. Please let me know down in the comments below, and please let me know on my Facebook. It's That Ginger Guy Reviews. Please go and check it out. I'd love to go and see what you guys thought about it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all later.